Hello, my name is Rod Shepard and I serve as the principal of the Florence Freshman Center. Today I'm going to be speaking to you all about the teaching profession and the profession that you're going to be going into. Many of you all, or all of you all, are currently right now doing your student teaching. Today I'm going to carry you through a day at the Florence Freshman Center to kind of give you a bird's eye view of what goes on at our school day in and day out. There will be some things I'll shelter you from, but I will talk to you about them when I talk to you today at 3:30. Nevertheless, we're going to take a trip today through the Florence Freshman Center. I'm going to use this as an introduction to the seminar that we'll have today at 3:30 at UNA. Look forward to seeing you all then. Thank you. Currently, this building right here represents Florence Middle School / Freshman Center. The Freshman Center is located on the first floor. On the second floor, you have what is known as Florence Middle School. In just a few short months, Florence Freshman Center will be moving. Currently, our enrollment at Florence Freshman Center is 368 students. Florence Middle School has roughly about 700 plus students. Therefore, we have about 1,100 students that are located in the building. This is a picture of the new Florence Freshman Center. Here we go. Basically a day in the life at Florence Freshman Center. Walking into the office this morning, roughly about 6:45. We'll look at what goes on as it relates to email and the abundance thereof. And then we'll go to our duty over in the hallway. Just to kind of give you a bird's eye view of what happens, you have right here a secretary that's here early. You have a bright, bushy-eyed teacher that's here making some copies early. And we're going to walk all over to the auditorium. Making the walk down the hallway right here, you'll see that during the day, usually what I do is kind of stand right here in between classes and watch class changes. You have down there this part of the first floor here with Mr. Roy, our custodian, coming down the hallway. And then on the other hand, you have another part of the hallway with Josh Harville coming to school, walking down the hallway headed to his first period class. We're going to walk this way because this is where my morning duty takes place, all the way down here in the auditorium. Morning, man. How you doing?
Good.
All right. Walking past, we have math classes on the left. To the right, we have a history class. This is the typical of what a class looks like, and as you'll see right here, we have Miss Bolton, and I didn't plan this. She's right now helping a student work on math, which is the area of concern, and the student doesn't want me to show her, so I'm going to hurry up and get out of the way because I don't want to embarrass any kids. But this is basically what's happening this morning in math class here before school even gets started. We're going to make our way on down because we're headed to the auditorium. Morning, Miss Cora. Same thing here, going on in another math class, right here with Mr. Parchick, who some of you might have known. You might have taken Mr. Parchick. He's an adjunct professor at the University of North Alabama in the math department. Lots of different things take place as it relates to running school. You have teachers who have various duties. Right there you have Coach Cook, who is our crossing guard in the morning time, making sure that students are not injured as they enter school. And I'm going to go on in. I'm going to stop and we'll pick right back up. We have what is called Twin Day, and this is homecoming week here at the Freshman Center. So these are two students right here that are twin days. I don't know who they are, but they look alike, so we're going to just kind of show them off. Moving on further as we go, thank you ladies. I appreciate your kindness and letting me record you. Moving on in, this is kind of where my duty is in the morning time. I hang out in what is the auditorium, which basically becomes the holding tank for students at the Florence Freshman Center when they first arrive every day. Here in the auditorium, you will see the students all congregated, all participating hopefully in the homework thing. We have teachers who have morning duty here, and they also are twin day, but let's get a quick panoramic shot right here of the students in the morning time who don't want me to record them, as you see. Here you have Coach Taylor and Coach Darwin. Students always mistake them for twins as it is, so today they're going to dress exactly alike for Twin Day here at the Freshman Center. Morning, guys.
Morning.
Today I'm going to go speak to some students at UNA that are interns that are going to be going into the teaching profession, and I'm going to show them basically what a day at the Freshman Center looks like and show them a couple of video shots as we go through the day. And so that's basically it. Any advice for those young people?
Study hard. Finish.
They said run. Okay, here we have two freshman center students. I'm going to ask them a random question, something that could really benefit you. As you see, traffic is rolling. This is basically what's happening. I kind of stopped them. They weren't. This wasn't planned, but I did let them know that I was going to ask them what they desire in a teacher. So right now, state your name and tell them what you desire in a teacher.
My name is John Paul Dobbs, and I desire that the teacher teaches and is nice to a student and does stuff that's fun.
Okay, that sounds great. Appreciate your time and thank you. And I know I put you on the spot, but I appreciate you for doing that. But remember, you always got to be prepared. And hard work
pays off.
Thank you. Here's another student that I just pulled off to the side. This is very random. He's going to tell us what he desires in a teacher.
Okay, I'm Caleb May. I want a fun teacher that will just get you active in class and teaches you what you have for fun.
Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you. All right. Hey, will you do something random for me real quick?
Sure.
All I want you to do is tell me what you desire in a teacher. My bad. I should have briefed you, but I didn't. Anything.
To explain stuff in depth, I guess.
Explain stuff in what?
In depth, like, I guess.
Wonderful. Tell me your name so that they can know your name.
Sydney Nash.
All right. Thank you so much. Morning, sir. How are you?
Good. How about you?
But wonderful, wonderful. Here comes one of your very own. I need you to do me a favor right here, okay? Tell me one thing that you've learned since you've been doing your student teaching here.
High school kids are a different breed.
Indeed. Okay. We'll leave it at that. Thank you very much.
Freshmen are even more a different breed.
Yes, they are. They're brain dentists. Thank you. The freshmen now, they're entering into class. It's 7:43 in the morning. And then, of course, after supervising in the auditorium, I'll walk back to the T and kind of supervise them as they come in. These are the hallways in the morning time. Much busier than what you saw earlier today when I showed you. Here you have adults supervising as the kids walk through, just being visible. The kids down that hallway headed to class in their lockers. First bell is now starting to ring. Students are coming from everywhere, it looks like, as you will see. Looking down that hallway, you have students. In the stairwell, you have students. About 1,100 kids roughly in this building. Bottom floor, you have the Florence Freshman Center. On the top floor, you have Florence Middle School for all practical purposes. Miss Gabriella Ross, she's going to tell us what she thinks makes a good teacher.
What makes a good teacher, I think, when they explain more and when they help you and come here or take their time to help you more or something like that.
All right, sounds good. Thank you for your participation. And students, we all know that hard work pays off. Thank you all for participating in my video today. Here we have an experienced teacher, Miss Lindley, who teaches Spanish, and she's very bilingual, quadlingual, whatever you want to call it as it relates to being able to speak. Trilingual, I knew it was something like that. And she speaks Southern too, so I guess that's quadlingual, or whatever you would call it. Today she's going to tell us what she thinks makes a good teacher.
Well, I know it seems a little very cliche to say, but remember, you're not teaching your subject, you're teaching people. And that's the key. You're teaching the kids whatever you happen to be teaching them, but they are your focus. It may be Spanish or health or math, but you're teaching people first and foremost. And I think if you keep that in mind, you'll be okay.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your time and your willingness to do this. Students are returning back from Florence High School after they've taken career tech classes over there. The bus is a little late due to the fact there's some construction going on the bridge. We have roughly about two bus loads of students that come back from over there. Let's take a closer bird's eye view so that we can see the students a little bit better. We're not going to get names or anything like that. But this is them returning from the high school. This is the bus, the first bus coming back. The second bus is located directly behind that bus. You can't see it very well right now. Okay? Just letting you know about the day and what goes on as it relates to the Florence Freshman Center and how we go about doing things here at the Florence Freshman Center. This is the cafeteria. Part of your supervision during the course of the day once you get a job will involve supervising in the cafeteria as the students eat their lunch. This will probably be some of the students' most favorite part of the day, lunch. Today we're having, Coach Mitchell, what are we having?
Taco beef.
Taco beef. And then the master of the cafeteria, of course, we have our SRO, Mr. Garner, and we have Coach Horton, whose duty during lunch is to be here in the cafeteria to supervise. One more shot of the cafeteria, and we'll call it a wrap. Just like with the end of any other day, The buses come, and they take them all away. And then, of course, that's the conclusion of what happens during the course of the day. Failed to mention to you, several things that I dealt with during the course of the day. Met with a couple of parents, disciplined a few children, suspended a few, dealing with kids that didn't know how to act during the course of the day today. But nevertheless, it is what it is. And of course, we have a bookkeeper that's running back because he must have forgot something. But nevertheless, that's what happens. Thank you very much, and I guess with no further ado, we'll get involved in what we're going to discuss today in this session.